Welcome back to Crash Course number 27. I'm Sammy Chimonahihi from the Eagle One development team. We have here a console that we've gone ahead and given some cables to, and we showed you the traditional way to create static cables. Now, this way is going to be it's going to make up a lot of what you do, especially when you're on the ground, especially when you're trying to make it weave in and out. That's going to be the prime choice method. But let me show you another way that we can go ahead and create cables and how it's so much faster than using this method. If I want to create cables and I want to make it run along the wall, you could do it the traditional way. Okay, and this could take some time. I don't want to spend too much time going over this because using cables on the wall really with the static cables is just going to take so much more effort than it's worth. Then I've got to find a model here if I really want to sell it. So I got to go to models, and then I got to find a brace, and then here's some braces. So if I'm trying to give this illusion that this wall mounted electricity is working, it's going to be so much effort to go through and resize, and then now I got to change the texture. Now I got to make sure the brackets fit. I mean, who would do it this way, really? All right, thanks, Darkhawk. This is I'm giving thanks out to Darkhawk for showing us how to really take care of tile meshes and use them for cables. So check this. We're going to switch the grid size to 2. Going to block mode, I'm going to create a 2x2 block. Okay, just for now. Remember, we don't build in blocks, but we can, start off and then delete all the other faces and leave one face. Really, the reason why we do this is because making vertical quads is kind of annoying. Every time you make a quad, it turns out to be horizontal, so this is a nice way to get over that. Control-Shift-I will make it a tile mesh. Control-Enter gives us our ability to look into its properties, and we're going to choose a cable tile set that right away gives us something that we can work with. Okay, now I'm just going to push this up against the wall for now. Okay, and as it's up against the wall, let me just grab one edge. I'm going to hold down Shift, and let's extrude it out. Now look what it's going to do. It's going to literally build this for us. You got to be careful with this tile set though. Notice that sometimes it doesn't match the edge, so you got to make sure the edge matches. Let go, and then let's extrude up. Creates that nice T-junction. There we go. Make sure the edge and the tile mesh itself matches. And now I've been able to go ahead and create something that I didn't have before, because before I had to go through and try to, put a static cable onto there, and then I had to match the model up. Nope, just tile mesh it. And if you're looking at this room, you'll notice everything in this room has been at some point pretty much tile meshed, and we can attribute how Valve builds their worlds. If you're looking at it, Valve loves tile meshes. So the quicker you get to understanding tile meshes, and we have a whole lot more about how to use tile meshes, trust me, this is a series that we're just going to keep piling onto, the better it's going to get. And I just love the fact that we can pick this up and learn it so quickly, because even for someone like myself, being able to learn this is going to be great because I can pass it on to you guys. We can change the material set to red pipes. I like this red pipe setup. This looks really clean, and now it gives the player some objectives. And I'm just going to go into quick lighting mode. Wow, look at this. We haven't really baked the lighting, and it's really starting to pop out. We're just adding a few things here and there, and we haven't even lit this room yet. I want to connect these as well. Okay, now as I connect lights here, I'm going to show you a fun way to connect these lights, and it's going to involve a little bit of measurement. Okay, so I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to create a block up here. Let's go ahead and do a 2x2. Well, it should be a 2x2, but it's a 2x2x1. There we go, 2x2. This 2x2, I'm going to just quickly change the grid size to 2 just so I can get it measured. I want to look at the ceiling, and I'm going to go ahead, lower the grid size now to 1, and I'm going to try to measure 10 units off the ceiling. Okay, so 10 units off the ceiling is going to be where we start. All right, let's go ahead and let's use this. Control-I, delete the rest of it. Press 5, Control-Shift-I. Let's turn this back into a cable tile mesh set. Okay, except we're going to go ahead and we're going to build across. Now, if you're looking at this, it may seem like it's floating in air. And it totally is. You're right. It's actually completely floating in the air right now. So this is ridiculous. We don't want this. Let's make sense of this. Grab the faces. These faces right here are perfect. Right click. Let's go to tile properties. And if we go over to hook attachment, we want to click either ceiling or ceiling flipped. Now, because the way that this face is facing, it's facing down, we're going to end up clicking ceiling flipped. Okay, and this now gives us little hinges, and I like to build from the ceiling first so I can go ahead and align this. There you go. That looks great. If I really want to go up one higher, it's up to you. You know, I believe really when it comes down to these hooks, it should be up here, and I think that those will pop out of the top, but I need to look at some more architectural pictures to confirm. Okay, either way, now I have an electric system that spans all the way across, so I don't have to worry about having to go back and hook them up. I can go ahead, I can do this myself. I'm running these cables, and it's just providing us with models, and it actually is pretty generous in how far you can go with these before you have to extrude another face. And I'm just going to go ahead and make a T-junction right here. It is something that allows us to have so much flexibility in our design. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and finish this out by moving it all the way across the room. Perfect. And for right now, we're just going to leave it. Yeah, I could save some more faces, but we don't want to make sure we go over our time. Over here, I can continue along the wall. If I need to align this, let's just go ahead and align it right now up against the wall. Perfect. And over here, we can go ahead and extrude this out so it fits. I want to add more, but we want to make sure we connect it to that light, so let's actually create a T-junction. And let's do that right here. And perfect. That's all that we want for right now. I'm going to go across and I'm going to connect it to this light. So notice at the end, not all the edges meet up, so we got to be careful with this. And there it is. All right, so this light is now connected over here. Right, this has been connected to our console. We're powering up all of our electricity, and then eventually we can go ahead and we can get this light as well to go ahead and finish this off. All right, but that's something you can do on your own now that you understand how using cables works. You can use cables on floors. You can have them hanging. That's a traditional way, overlapping static cables. The second you want to get to walls and ceilings, use the tile mesh set. This is going to be your way to be able to make really effectively structural sounding mechanisms by actually piecing together these components. Now this console looks like it actually has a purpose. It's not just floating without wires. It has a story to tell. All right, I appreciate you guys joining us. We'll see you guys for our next Crash Course video.